this is the trickiest part again, but paranoia can come early. You don't have those controls, and if you look at facilities, they are managing people with drugs, quite frankly, to modulate all the things that we just saw in this space. So this is the world in which we try to be helpful. This is the place where it's needed, because, let's go to the next slide. The caregiver.
The end.
Oh. The caregivers are getting sick. Women are twice as likely to get the disease. We outlive men. The science now with sex-based research is also telling us why. And we're 2/3 the caregivers. Next slide. Here we are, 15 million taking care of patients. Those numbers will grow. Remember, this is our generation. What's going to happen when we have fewer kids? That's why Japan is now having problems. China is having problems. The caregiver is getting sick. Depression, very big. We don't take care of ourselves. We're the last on the list because our loved ones come first. So the caregiver support, if we assume that we are going to create the right kind of world, then we better consider the caregiver, because we are the second victim or patient in this equation. You cannot separate us out, because your systems will not survive without that kind of dynamic. So I'll stop right there.
Thanks, Meryl. The power of the conversation here makes me want to continue this for a long time. We have so many things to cover. We have about 2 minutes for Q&A before our next panel begins. And because we're so tight on time, we need to keep this moving. So if there's a person with a pressing question, please go ahead and ask it, and have the other panel get ready to come up.
Caregiving space. Every caregiver gets its own, his or her own care plan or a support plan. What goal are we to set in that area?
That will take more than a minute. So that's what you're going to come up with today. I think that should be one of the overriding themes, to come up with that. I'll be sitting in the back and I'll nudge you a bit.
So reduction of stigma, inclusion of the caregiver are critical components within any standards that we come up with. So let's put that down as a marker, and I want to thank you all very much for coming.